What's up, El Fache Book? So I wanted to kind of get into public speaking, and somebody pushed me. They're like, "You should do more live." I did one live, and it was like pretty cool. So I thought of a way to come up with like a gimmick or something stupid like that. So um, I built this for my wife for Mother's Day, and I don't know if I can flip this phone around, but let's see. So I thought, why not just start doing lives out here in the chicken coop? Um, maybe something stupid like chicken coop for the soul, chicken coop talk. I don't know, but I do want to start getting on more Facebook and sharing some things and trying to be inspirational or whatever. And I don't know if this sun crapping on me, but so that's I'm gonna try and do this more often. And I'm sitting here in a chicken coop, and it's actually not too bad. I'll show you again. These things are pretty cool. I think I like them more than some of my family does, but. So I took a few days here from, you know, being removed from what I had go on this weekend. And I'm 3 years clean and sober. Um, it's been the best 3 years of my life. Um, we just, the first day was like a desperation try. After the first year, it was like, holy cow, I made it. The second year was like, this might just stick. And, we hit 3 years and on 3 years, I'm like, you know what? It's over. Like I'm not gonna let my guard down. Don't get me wrong. But, these 3 years have been so great that I know I never want to go back to where I was. And I wanted to come on here and share that. And I also want to try and, motivate people, inspire people, or, just talk about things in life that I've been through, or the way I felt when I was going through it's probably more important than what I want to do. I've been told I'm pretty good at being vulnerable. I'm pretty good at just being okay looking stupid, which a lot of my friends right now are probably saying, yeah, you're an idiot, but I'm okay with asking stupid questions and just being okay with telling people exactly things in my life that have happened to me, that the devil will use to to keep you where you're at. So little things along the lines. I'll tell you right off the bat, right now, these aren't my teeth. After all the drugs and alcohol I did, and nummies, and just all that stuff, that they're gone. They're not mine. There was years where I was like hiding busted up teeth and stuff like that just didn't. It just kept me where I was at. I would drink more because I didn't want to deal with it. I would do more drugs because I didn't want to deal with it, but it made it worse. So, you know, just little things like that. I want to get on here and start trying to motivate and share so that people won't be left in that same place that I was, that place of uh, mentally abusing yourself to the point where you don't think you're good enough and you don't think you can get out of where you're at, or there's not anybody that's going to care enough about you to want you to get better. So all those little things, as silly as they may seem, sometimes they're huge to somebody who's having an issue. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna start getting on here and sharing stuff a little bit more. I really want to try and get into a little more public speaking. Like rooms of people or something like that, to try and help other people that are in a situation or going through the same situation. So you get two benefits. You're going to get me, who doesn't like me. I'm a pretty cool guy, I think. So you're going to get me and hanging out in the chicken coop and just being vulnerable and covering my life and covering things that are going on in my life, and flip it around again, maybe. Yeah. And at some point we'll flip it around, and I'll let you see the girls and how they're doing. This has been a fun journey to prepare for this, and a fun ride to get ready for this. But yeah, so this is the first installment of me probably coming on here more often to try and get comfortable with talking to. So bear with me as I, you know, learn how to use adult words and use words that aren't like ghetto, I guess, so that I can kind of practice for when I'm in an important area that I can use the proper words in the proper time. So, yep, 3 years clean and sober. God is good. Family's great. Life is awesome. And I got chickens now. So, love y'all. Have a good day, and I'll see you soon. We'll still work on that name, though. If anybody's got one and you want to throw it out there, I like chicken coop for soul. Somehow it just hits right. So, but if you got a name and you want to throw it out there, I'd love to hear it. So, y'all enjoy the rest of your day. And if I can figure out how to shut these things down, it won't look so awkward with me going like this. I hope I'm not the only one that does that, but I think it's right here. Maybe. Maybe not. Son of a bitch. I'll tell you what, while I try and figure out how to turn this stupid thing off, I'll let you look at the girls. One of them's actually named Chicky Nuggy.